بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأزواجه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. We were talking about the story of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam, that he invited his people to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for 950 years. And after 950 years, they gave up on Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam and they did not want to talk to him. They didn't want to hear him. And finally, he made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, رَبِّ انصُرْنِي بِمَا كَذَّبُونَ. Ya Allah, help me, as these people have rejected me and denied me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam, وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا. Now, build an ark, build a ship. There was no water there. And Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam is receiving the instruction of building a ship. If there is no water, which means there is no ocean, there is no river, where are you going to put the ship and where this ship is going to sail in? And this is the difference between the wahi and between our understanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He wants something to be done, He is not dependent on the worldly means that if they will support, then it can be done, otherwise it will not be done. Kun fayakun, that's it. Be and it is. Many times we judge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also wal-'iyazu billah by the worldly means. And we try to put our limits on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is a major mistake. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He wants something done, that's it. It's done. He wants it and it's done. We keep on looking at how it's going to happen. Remember, from the worldly point of view, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to always use the worldly means, but not when it goes against the rules of Allah. Worldly means within the boundaries of the Sharia of Allah. Beyond that, Allah will just make things happen. This is where we need to understand the difference. That the people of dunya, those who don't have Iman in Allah, to them, worldly means are everything. And they just trust these worldly means as they are the doers of everything. And then they feel when we have these means as if we have everything. No, these are the means you're going to use. Results are in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the end, Allah will decide if He is going to give you the results or He will not give you the result. Or if you will benefit from the result or you will not benefit from the results. Holidays. Everyone likes holidays. So, we all want holidays. Now, in these days, many of us are on holidays, but we are not able to do what we would do in holidays. You can't travel. You can't go outing. You can't have parties. Nothing. So, we thought holiday is something that I would enjoy. But now we realize that it's not just the holiday that you would enjoy, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowing us to enjoy our holidays. So yes, having holidays is good, but when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will allow us to enjoy it and use it the way we would like to use it. My car will take me to where I like to go. I bought a brand new car. I have full insurance, full coverage. I showed it to the car mechanic. The dealer also checked it. Everyone said, your car is perfectly fine. You can go wherever you want with it. And you just left the home and you sit in your car to find out that the car doesn't start. Or you left and half an hour later you have a flat tire. Or you left an hour later you get a news that there is an emergency at home that you need to come back. You left. On the way, you faced a weather that tells you that you cannot continue your journey anymore. You left, but from your destination, you get a call that you won't be able to come over here. Don't come right now. Come after a few days. So many things can happen. You left, all of a sudden, you got a stomach ache, and now you feel that you have a diarrhea, and you are having a headache with it. Should I continue with other 5 hours of journey, or go back because home is only about half an hour to an hour away? So, having the worldly means is good, but we should not just depend on those. Very important. This is the difference between Iman and Kufr. The people of Iman will trust Allah at the end of the day. Regardless of what means they have, their trust is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even if they don't have the means, they know that I can make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah will make things happen. Because He can make things happen without the worldly means. He asked me to use them, but I don't have them. And He knows my situation, I don't have it. So He's going to take care of it. This is where the Iman will come into play, and this is the difference between Iman and Kufr. A person who does not have Iman in Allah, to that person, worldly means are everything. And once you have these worldly means, that means you got everything. Now everything is in your control, whereas in reality it's not in our control. And we will see a few more examples of this later on in the same story. That after having all the means, things are not in your control, are in the control of Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. And without the means, or sometime the worldly means that we are using, they seem to be favorable, but the reality is that they are leading to destruction. Sometimes could be the opposite, that the worldly means are saying that you cannot do it, but in reality, everything turns into your favor. So I have to remember, trust is always in Allah. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَتَوَكَّلُوا إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Put your trust in Allah if you are believers. A person without Iman, when he plants the seed and he gets a tree and he sees the fruit on the tree, according to him, that seed produced all of these fruits. So the fruit, I'm getting all of this fruit because of the seed. But for the person of Iman, that seed was the worldly mean that I used because Allah asked me to use it. Allah is giving me the fruit through that seed, but it's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If He had decided not to give me any fruit from that seed, this tree will not grow, or will not produce, or will not be usable fruit, or the fruit could just harm rather than benefiting me. So everything is in Allah's control. And this is where the kuffar fail to understand. He's saying, I'm a prophet of Allah. Allah ordered me to build the ship. So if Allah ordered you, it's not going to waste. This is what we have to realize. If Allah told you, it's not going to waste. Surely there will be benefit in it. Although I can't see it right now. You want me to give you a practical example? You think of one. Think of one example where Allah is telling us to trust Him, and you will see the benefit. And many times with our physical eyes we cannot see the benefit, and therefore either we are in doubt, or sometimes people even don't go for it and they reject Allah's offer. Tell me, give me one example. When the muazzin is calling Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala al-falah, come to success, come to salah, come to success. How many of us at that time we are looking at success in other things in life? Allah is saying, come to success, I will give you the success. Any limit of that success? No. There is no limit. If we really believed, I'm telling you, if we really believed in Hayya ala al-falah, the way we believe in our job, in our own work and abilities, at the time of salah, there would be rush hour at least by the masjid. Now you understand what I'm saying. By the masajid, you will see like a rush hour, traffic jam. Everyone is getting into the masjid. Where all of these people are going? They are going for falah, for the success. Just like in the morning and in the evening, when we have a rush hour and people are all on the road and there is a traffic jam. Why all these people are on the road? Didn't they know that there will be a traffic jam over there, and I will have to sit in the traffic for maybe hours? Sometime in many cities, for hours you will be sitting on the road. They know it. Every morning, every evening, I will be sitting on the road for hours. But still, that is my success. So because they feel, or they believe that their success is at going to the job, going to the work, so they're going there. By all means, go there. But for Iman, for the people of Iman, at the time of Salah, go to the masjid. This is where the falah is. This is where the success is. But at that time, sometimes people feel, if I leave my work and leave what I'm doing and go to the masjid, I will lose my success at work. I will lose my success in life. I will lose my success in education. See, this is where we need to build that Iman. Hayya ala al-falah is telling us, come to success. Who's inviting me? My Rabb. I'm looking at it. If I leave, maybe the minimum effect of it is I will lose the salary of 1 hour. I will lose the salary of 1 hour. I'm going to lose $25, $50, for some people $100. So now is a difficult decision to go to the masjid or just continue doing what I'm doing. Let alone those $100 or $200. You are working on something at home, and it looks like it's almost done. And for last 1 hour is almost done. We know our situation. How many times we get into that type of situation? It's almost done. I'm almost done. Maybe for hours is almost done. And you hear the adhan or you look at your watch and it's time for jama'ah. You say, let me finish this quick. What? You are looking at success in completing this work. That soon I will complete it and I will be successful, which means this is what you have been trying for, to finish it. It is almost done. Hayya ala al-falah is telling you that now your success is not in completing this, your success is in leaving this and going to the masjid, to the salah, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the difference. This is where we need to build our Iman. And this will come only by having the company of those who have really that trust in Allah, who build that trust in Allah and build their Iman. It doesn't come by just listening to these lectures. It doesn't come just by reading the books. It's not going to come just by knowing it. It's going to come by being with those who practice it and believe it, so we can see it practically in people's life. It will come into our life also. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, quickly, one more example. I give the example of salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Many times we feel success is somewhere else, but Allah is calling us to the success here in salah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in the hadith, I swear by Allah, ma naqasat sadaqatun min mal. Sadaqah does not reduce your wealth. Now, you have $1,000 and you see a demand to give a charity for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think of giving $100 out of your 1,000, and a thought constantly keep on coming to you that if I give 100, I will be left with 900. So you don't know if you have to say your 1,000 anymore. You are left with 900 only. Your calculation, your understanding is telling you that your wealth is going down. Instead of 1,000, you will have 900. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, I promise, is not going down. The benefit of 900 will be more than thousands of dollars that people have. And you would really experience it. You would really experience this in your life. But it's all about trust and Iman. So, having that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very, very important. This is what these people were missing. So when they're seeing Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam building the ship, they're making fun of him. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam to build the ship, amazing two words Quran uses, and those are وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا. Build this ark بِأَعْيُنِنَا, under our supervision, وَوَحْيِنَا, and under our instructions. This is, Quran is not a book of science, but it gives us a clue to every success in our life. It has some directions to things that lead to success in our life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, for any work, you need two things: instructions and supervision. Instruction and supervision. You give the instructions and then make sure you supervise the work after that. The work where there is no instructions and after instructions there is no supervision will not be as good as when you have these two things there. So if you want any project to succeed, make sure there are instructions. How is it going to work? What are the outlines of it? What are the results of it? What are you going to do? What's the achievement at the end? And after having all of those instructions, how to do it, the method of doing, material needed, how to build it, the time frame, all of that, then you need the supervision also on top of that to make sure things are going as per those instructions. وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا. Build this ark under our supervision and with our instructions. And he's building the ark. Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam is working under the supervision of Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala in building that ark. See how many sciences Quran has for us. That will be another topic someday, inshallah. Different sciences that we find in Quran. So Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam is building it. Quran says, وَكُلَّمَا مَرَّ عَلَيْهِ مَلَأٌ مِّن قَوْمِهِ سَخِرُوا مِنْهُ. Whenever the leaders of his community were passing by him, they would make fun of him. Of course, Quran doesn't go into the detail of what they were saying to him, what type of words they're using about him. But you can imagine when Quran says سَخِرُوا مِنْهُ, they are making fun of him and they are mocking him. And for sure, one of the things would be that we told you not to sit with these guys, these people who are doing cheap type of work, and they are just in all these different fields of life. See, they made you a contractor now. So you are now, rather than working in a masjid or rather than praying, now you are building a ship. Is that your field? So all kind of things. And where is it going to sail? Where is the water? Are you guys going to pull it? What are you going to do with it? سَخِرُوا مِنْهُ. They're making fun of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam very patiently says to them, إِن تَسْخَرُوا مِنَّا فَإِنَّا نَسْخَرُ مِنْكُمْ كَمَا تَسْخَرُونَ. You can make fun of us, but a time will come when the direction will change, and then it will be our turn. Today you make fun of us, tomorrow it will be our turn. And this is always the rule. Don't make fun of people. Allah will make situations change. After the ark was built, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, now bring all people that believed in you. All those who believed in you. And your family members, except for those who are not believers. Your family members. إِلَّا مَنْ سَبَقَ عَلَيْهِ الْقَوْلِ. Except for those who are not believers. Don't bring those. Other than that, bring your family members that are believers. And also take a pair of all species. So, of all animals, birds, take pairs of them, male and female, and get everything in the ark. So now Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam told all the people of Iman, including his family members that have believed, come, let's go into the ark. Let's sit in the ship. So they all came and he got all the animals. It's in Quran, we don't have any details of those animals or those plants or whatever. But of course, when you read the books of history, based on the story that is mentioned in Old Testament, then there are a lot of details to it. And many of it is something that you can see that doesn't make any sense. But there are some that could be real also. Allahu a'lam, only Allah knows best. All Quran tells us, قُلْ نَحْمِلْ فِيهَا مِنْ كُلٍّ زَوْجَيْنِ اثْنَيْنِ. We said to him, now take into the ark the two from every species. وَأَهْلَكَ, and your family members, إِلَّا مَنْ سَبَقَ عَلَيْهِ الْقَوْلُ مِنْهُمْ, except those against whom the word has already been pronounced. And that is specifically referring to the wife of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. And he didn't realize, realized only later, his son also. We'll talk about it a little later. And then, woman Aman, and asked the people of Iman to come and sit into the ship. Did Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam take everything? Insects also? We don't know. We don't know the details. Did he take the plants and the trees also? We don't know. It could be. But we don't know any of those details. Some people, they make a quiz out of this, that Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, if he really took, as the Israeliyat, we talked about the word Israeliyat before. If you don't remember it, Go back to one of those talks where we talked about what is Israeliyat. So Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam, so according to Israeliyat, Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam got all the animals, including all the insects, and then all the plants and everything into the ship. So then they make a quiz out of it, that then what would be one thing that Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam didn't take with him? What would be one thing? If that story is true, and if those Israeliyat and those narrations are true, then what would be one thing that he didn't take with him? And that would be animals that live in water. Because there was no need to take them. So animals that live in water. Other than that, he took all the other species with him. After they got into the ship, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had the water come from every direction. How did that happen? What happened after that? Insha'Allah, we will talk about it in our next session. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us connected to the Book of Allah, to the beautiful teachings of Quran al-Kareem, and always keep us with Anbiya, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, and Salihin. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين.